What's up? You're listening to the Objective Jock. How's it hanging? Hope everybody's staying warm, staying safe, staying away from protesting. And if you are protesting, just stay on the sidewalk. Be annoying, blow your whistle, do that shit. But don't intervene. Don't interfere. Because that's just stupid. Anyway. It is the end of the month. I got like 40 minutes left. So I'm going to use up, this will probably be the first time I've used up my entire time on, for my thing. So let's see. I guess it'd be easier just to go on my page. But so what I was going to talk about, I've been seeing some videos, and there was, I don't know if you guys watch Officer Tatum. I don't know if that's what his YouTube channel is called. But he sometimes is on, news programs or whatever. And he was on Pierce Morgan, and they were talking about this stuff. And it's really kind of annoying because they just fucking blah, blah, blah. Everybody's yelling. You can't understand anything. It's just a chaotic mess. But it's just some of the comments made by the liberal side, it was just like, God, I can't even listen to it. It's so stupid. Like it's the retards retarding like crazy. Like it's insane. But so I thought my liberal friend. So I briefly talked about it, but I was going to share some of the comments that he made on some of my posts and stuff, because I don't really post much sometimes, and then all of a sudden I'll just be like, bam, I'll just hit I'll do like 5 in a day or whatever, and it's like whenever it's some kind of something, he's got to go in there and say something. He never really says. I mean, he sometimes will say he'll like or he'll comment on something that's not politically related, but for the most part, I don't hear from him except for with this stuff. So I'm scrolling down because I posted I think that was probably when it started. Let's see. Okay. I think, yeah, okay. So I'm just going to kind of go over and talk about it and read them and just maybe I'm the retard, but man, he does a lot of talking points that are, what is shown or discussed on MSNBC and all that crap. Anyway, so again, a lot of it he's like trying to be funny. It's like a lot of this is trolling. That's what I want to know. Let me know if you think. I mean, I know he's liberal and he believes a lot of this, but I kind of think he's exaggerating some things just to troll. So I'm gonna read these, and you let me know what you think. Maybe I wonder if I'll put these up on my video, the memes, so you can see it. But there's a meme with Forrest Gump, right? That is used quite often. And so this meme is, and just like that, Democrats love white men carrying guns. Oh my God, I told her no. Hold on a second. I told her not to call me for a half hour. Killing me. She's killing me. Again, I'll repeat it. And just like that, Democrats love white men carrying guns. So, I get some likes and whatever for some people. I don't have like a ton of people. My engagement is pretty low. Although when I do post, like if I post a picture of myself and my family, which I don't normally do, I'll get more interaction. But Facebook pissed me off so much during Biden's, run, when you'd post something and you'd get, I was getting flagged and putting, Facebook jail timeout, I don't know how many times, and now it never happens. It's kind of crazy, And like the stuff I was posting wasn't even like, it was so trivial and just, and they would just pick something that was like, oh, well, this is, and it's like, oh my gosh, dude, whatever, okay. Because instead of like just somebody seeing it and reporting it, I think they had people actively looking for that stuff and reporting it, doing the whatever, I don't know. Anyway, so this was my liberal friend's comment. And all right, so it should say, just like that, Republicans are against white men bringing weapons to a protest. Because I'm pretty sure there are a lot of January 6ers, again, the January 6th thing, carrying weapons and gas masks. Were there? Yes. But there were also federal agents and instigators there, and they've proven that. But they still bring this crap up. And don't get me started on old MAGA Trump supporter Kyle Rittenhouse. They didn't seem to mind him running all over the streets in Wisconsin during a protest with a loaded AR-15 and multiple full magazines. He shot 3 people, killing 2 of them for trying to disarm him. They weren't trying to disarm him, they were attacking him. Disarm him for what? He was cleaning graffiti. They went after him with skateboards and all this crap, and they can see he's armed, and they still did it. There's a difference between, even if he was going after, they were civilians. There's a difference between that and a person going after law enforcement. That's why it's, got off free with not even so much as a slap on the wrist, which was rightly deserved. If you watch the court, if you watch it and the evidence and the video, they had drones, they had all kinds of it, and it was so obvious. But no, does he watch that stuff? No, he just whatever Rachel Maddow tells him to say. And then so he says Alex Pretty had a legal permit to carry, and never even took his weapon out. Yes, but he didn't have the permit on him, which you're supposed to have. And the fact that he's attacking police physically and then they see the firearm, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to be drunk while carrying if it comes, like if you have a concealed carry and then something happens and you end up like getting busted because you're drunk in public or something like that, they'll take that shit away. If you're carrying it and you have the permit, okay, he's not responsible. They're going to take it away. Why did I just say that? I don't know. But ICE didn't know he had a weapon on him until he told them while he was blind and being held down on the ground. Then they removed it from his waistband before they shot him. Yes, but the gun went off. There's evidence that's showing that. Now, you could argue it was because that type of weapon has a history of it. You can look it up, that it does, if you bump it a certain way with the slide. I'm kind of thinking it was trigger discipline. The officer accidentally hit the trigger and it went off. So the cop's thinking that, because he's still kind of reaching, somebody might not have known. It was a mistake. The cops made a mistake. I'm not gonna try and fight that, but it was an honest mistake. So again, him just whatever. But what? Oh man, say I had a typo. I didn't even realize it. But even the same situation. Oh, not even the same situation. You again reaching, but only looking misguided. And then he does the laughing emoji. He's like, how is it not the same situation? Kristi Noem stated that a person would... It's like, I don't even care about that crap, dude. Okay, I keep talking. I'll just say what he said first, then I'll talk about it. Kristi Noem stated that a person would only bring a firearm with loaded magazines to a protest to do harm. But oh wait, you're right. It's not the same situation. Alex Pretty was just exercising his right to carry like so many other Americans with concealed carry permits. Those other guys brought their weapons with intent to actually put them to use against opposition. I stand correct. So I was like, why shouldn't I explain it so even a retard can understand? This is my reply, because I'm just kind of tired of his shit. Only for you to dismiss it and or ignore it. Research it, it's pretty obvious, and the fact that you're asking tells me one of 2 things. 1, you're trolling, or 2, you're easily manipulated retard. You decide. Quote unquote, this is his response. Easily manipulated? Did you just call me a MAGA conservative? Ha ha. And I was just like, I wish you were. So, is that trolling or is that full on he believes that? Regardless, I'm not going to unfriend him because I don't do that. But it just seems like he has all his information from the left wing media, like all this stuff, and they lie about shit all the time, and there's proof of it. Oh my gosh, and we'll talk about that more later. So that's one post, right? All right, let's go to the next one. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So here's my Venn diagram. I was trying to say it last time. I couldn't remember how to say it. Okay, so the Venn diagram, whatever it's called, where it has, maybe I'll put these in. I'm going to take snapshots and I'll put these up so you guys can, for those on the video, can know what I'm talking about. But it's got the three circles and, you know, them overlapping. You got carrying a firearm on the left, protesting on the right, and impeding law enforcement. So carrying a firearm, you know, you're in the green. But if you're carrying a firearm while protesting, that is risky. Okay. Now, if you're protesting, hey, that's all good. Again, if you're carrying a firearm, that's risky. If you're impeding in law enforcement, that's illegal. Now add firearm with that and that death, you know, and that's just common sense. So here we go, Mr. Libtard Liberal. If you're listening, Rich, it fits the bill. Sorry, bro. And then so I've said before that this guy was law enforcement briefly in as a city, and then I worked with him. You know, and then so this is what his comment is. You know, as a former law enforcement officer, I can relate to as to why ICE always lies about being assaulted. Because back in the day, had I tried to arrest someone for impeding just because they were standing on a sidewalk filming me with a dang smartphone, I would have literally been placed on administrative leave while they found a reason to fire my ass. I dang sure would have been fired had I shot a man for carrying a legal firearm that he never drew, that he was licensed to conceal carry, not to mention sued by the families. So I can see why they would lie. Too bad they have that video that shows the truth. And I just said, okay, troll, because I'm done, because he doesn't even. So, again, is he trolling or is he serious? This one seems a little more serious. But the thing is, it's not the same thing at all. Being just law enforcement dealing with whatever's going on is so different from what ICE is dealing with in these cities, these sanctuary cities, and everybody getting involved. You're not supposed to interfere. Even if you're a civilian police officer and you're making an arrest and somebody comes up to interfere, you arrest them. No, you can't do it when they're just filming, but that's not what's going on. They're not just sitting there filming, blowing their whistles. They're interfering. But he's got his libtard blinders on. I don't know. So what do you think? Is he trolling? Or is he honest? Or is that how he actually feels? Excuse me. That one feels a little more honest to me. Dang it, stupid Facebook. All right, let's see. Dude, can it not? What is the problem here? It keeps like refreshing as I'm scrolling. And as soon as I get to where I'm going. Oh my gosh, dude. What is the problem? It's not letting me go to it. Holy shit. This is pissing me off. Dude, I hate technology. Because when it doesn't work, it's annoying. Let's see. So this is the one I just talked about. No, this is the one I just talked about. So let me... It's like I gotta scroll up slow. So the next one is, because I keep, oh my gosh, it keeps doing it. It won't let me see it. Oh, what the fuck? Why is it doing that? It keeps like, I don't understand, dude. It won't let me. It's like I feel like they're intentionally keeping me from looking at it. Oh my gosh, it keeps like refreshing. As soon as I go to scroll up to this one post. What the hell is going on, dude? Let me see. Can I get to it? Maybe if I do that, I'll do the down arrow instead of scrolling. Let's see. Ooh, that's where. Oh, no. It's doing the same thing. I just want to see if he said something. Holy crap, dude. This is annoying. What is going on? Okay, let's see. Nope, that's the later one. Gosh, this is so annoying, man. Okay, let's see. Why should I explain it? So that was mentioned you in a comment. Let's see. Plus, I got some friends that say some stuff that's kind of funny. This is not the next one, though. I'm trying to look at... Why won't it show me? This is so weird. I can't even click on it. Like, as soon as I'm about to get there, it won't let me. Here we go. And of course, there's no comment. I was trying so hard. Excuse me. I was trying so hard to get to it, and there's nothing there. Gosh. Okay. Here we go. Again, I'll clip these for the video people. So for those listening, I'm sorry. So this was some numbers that were given by ICE, I think most likely. Oh, I didn't clip where it came from. But it's just showing that like 63% of all violent confrontations with ICE have happened in these 9 counties, and they're all sanctuary cities. When this stuff is going all over the country, it's not every city, every county, but it's all over. But this is where the violence is happening. So why is that? So again, here we go. He's got his... But did they really happen, or did ICE just say they happened? Because, you know, ICE has been caught lying a lot lately. That's a little trolling to me. What do you think? And I just said, okay, troll. That sounds a little trolling. Oh, come on, dude. All right, so here's the next one. Oh, I think, yeah. Let's see. I think he commented. Okay, yeah. So, okay. Let's see. All comments. I'm just getting it all set up. Okay, so here we go. So this was... I did not think of this. I saw it somewhere else, I think. Or maybe I did. Or no, I saw a video on CNN was going on a ride-along back in like 2013 with ICE. You know, and it's like, oh, it's so great. So then I put this. I was like, ICE deporting illegal immigrants was awesome when Obama was in office, but not now. Why? And then, no, that's somebody else, a friend of mine. Okay, then, so this is my libtard friend. Well, when Obama did it, immigrants were deported by ICE after being caught at the border like it's supposed to be done. ICE was never intended to patrol city streets looking for undocumented. DHS was created to protect the border and leave the real policing of the interior to the real police officers. Like I've said before, if real police come across an undocumented while doing real policing, then they call ICE to come pick them up. The thing is, these sanctuary cities are not allowing police to do that. And when they had the open borders and they filled the country with millions and millions and millions of undocumented people, we have to go get them out of here. And then once that's done, then yes, it will return to they're on the border, law enforcement does their job, but they're not. And so I replied, it's your fault. You voted for the dipstick that left the borders wide open, allowing millions upon, I just said that, of illegal immigrants walk right in and bust and fly them to sanctuary cities. Weird. He's like, dude, the border has been open for 250 years. This country was built by immigrants. It's like, you're not even, this has nothing to do with what we're talking about. This is the liberal tactic, man. Oh, yes, it's open. Like, people can come in legally. You got to show ID. You can't just show up. People come in, and yes, it was built, and they were accepting people, immigrants, to help build the country. But that was hundreds of years ago. Okay? It's no longer that way. So he talks about U.S. citizen. Let's see. Yet none of those folks were United citizens. Yet 40 of them were deported. The only people native to this land are see. They're all talking about the native crap. It's like, dude, they got conquered. Deal with it. And I said, again, you're trolling or stupid. That's all I said. Because I'm not. I was like, I'm done. Because he never. There's been so many times where this kind of crap is going on. And then information comes out, and I see it, and it's like, he was wrong, I was right. And there's never a like, oh, my bad. He never DMs me. He doesn't have to go on there to show everybody that, but this is what he does. He just trolls, you know. I do want, this isn't my libtard. This is a right side of history person. He said, my immigrant family came through Ellis Island legally. Went through the process correctly in the early 1900s. Keyword, legally. I did have a family member get sent back after spending time in jail for a crime. then was allowed back after World War I. All right, let's see. So then I got some other people, because I didn't really respond, so I'm letting them respond. Let me know what you think. So this guy says, I 100% agree with you in theory. The real police, your words, are overwhelmed with crime and traffic. Immigration status has never been their duty. Immigration falls to those in DHS and ICE. When the president let them come in free, they didn't allow DHS or ICE to do their job. Yes, this is what I was talking about. So it falls to them to go get them back. This is unprecedented times, my friend. I'm unhappy as a citizen to have to see this going on. If we don't, there are thousands upon thousands living among us that don't deserve to be here solely because they are violating the law. They need to go, and someone needs to do it. Local police are too busy doing everything else. Yeah, exactly. Or they're not being allowed. In the sanctuary cities, they're not allowed to do anything. In the non-sanctuary cities, police are doing their whatever. They're illegal. They're putting them in jail. DHS is going to get them. No problems. But the sanctuary cities are not letting that happen. So another one says, to my libtard friend, so you're saying all the deportations during previous administrations was just at the border? Get real, dude. There's actual news coverage within the U.S., but that's fake, right? These people are being misled and willing to put their lives in jeopardy for actual criminals. I beg you to step back and use logic. Exactly. It's like sometimes I got a good retort, sometimes I don't, but sometimes I'm tired of the same crap. Like, this is what he does. This is what he does. He says this crap. Oh my God, it's doing it again. What the hell is with Facebook, man? It's just not letting me do. Oh my God, it keeps doing it, so I can't even, but it's going to be the same crap, huh? What is going on, dude? It's like it can't. Why does it have to like reload or refresh my page? I'll just refresh it and see what happens. Jeez. Okay, so now it's got to load up the picture. Is it my internet maybe? Maybe it's just my internet. All right, let's see. Did he say anything on this one? No. Yeah, the Ihan Omar dude, or Ilhan Oha. That was so obviously scripted. And people are like, oh my gosh, how are you like welcoming someone getting attacked? It's like, dude, we're not celebrating a possible attack or wishing for her to be harmed, but it's so obvious that it was not real. She signaled him. He came up. If it was a legit attack, it would have been something that wasn't just stinky water, and he would have sprayed her face like with acid if it was a real, or he would have tried to stab her and inject her, something like that. So the way she looked at him and he came up, and the way he acted was retarded, and then the way he was taken down was retarded. It was all retarded. And then the fact that she was like gonna fight him, and then she was like, no, I'm gonna stay here and we're gonna talk. No, it was fake. It was all fake. And then they're like, oh, so this guy's just gonna go to jail for nothing? It's like, dude, where are they at? They're in Minnesota. Yeah, he's gonna go to jail. He's gonna get processed, and then they're gonna drop all charges, and then he's gonna get out and he'll be fined, and probably Ilhan Omar's gonna pay for his fine, and then gave him some money to do this. And then when you look at his personal thing, he's just like trans ideology crap up the board. So up the board. Up the wall, up the wazoo, whatever. It's just, and this video right here is the Democratic Party in a nutshell. Like, this is all they do. It's all fraud. It's all fake. And then when you see it, oh, you're racist and mean, and it's like, dude. Oh my gosh. All right. So is this the last one? I think so. I think this was, yeah. Okay. So the last thing I did, I did a clip from a thumbnail from, who was this? I think it was Officer Tatum. So it's his thumbnail, and it shows, the dude, Pettit. What's his name again? Everybody's like, remember his name. I don't care. The guy was a dumbass. Whatever, Pettis, I think. So anyway, So I took just a clip of his thumbnail and posted it. And on the thumbnail, it's showing him kicking the car and this and that. New footage released. And then I put, destroys the left narrative again. And then, quote, he was a great man just trying to help. But you know the loonies, they will try to spin this in another direction. So I said this from the get-go. I was like, they're going to sit there and say, like, oh, well, see, he did this. So then the cop, ICE or whoever had it out for him. So the next time they encountered him, they just killed him because they kicked his car or something. You know what I mean? It's stupid shit like that. So here we go. Here we go. Let's read the comments for this one. Again, I didn't say much. I just let him, whatever. But I will read it. And again, you tell me, is he trolling or what? So first he says, where's the footage? How are you going to post that new footage was released but not show the footage? Is that what they call gaslighting? Send me the link for this so-called new footage. And it was all over the place. It's not hard to find. I was like, and that's what I said. I was like, it's all over. If you research and not just rely on mainstream media. But then I sent it. I sent the link. There it is. And I was like, man, that was so hard. He's like, haha, man, this video, this fake ass video. No, you can tell when shit's fake. If something's AI or whatever. There's multiple angles. I don't know about on this clip. I think it's just the one angle. But there's out there, they have multiple witnesses, multiple angles. This video footage was supposed to have been filmed 11 days prior to him being killed. Yet he's wearing the exact same clothes he wore on the day he died. Well, he wasn't from there. He didn't live in Minnesota. He was just there, so he has a suitcase. He doesn't have a whole lot of clothes. He's not going to change his clothes too much. And those are probably cold weather, like Gore-Tex type clothes. So yeah, he's going to wear the same thing. They took his image from a video of him getting killed and they uploaded it into an AI generator and creator the footage that you are passing around and posted right-wing podcast, blah, blah, blah. You know, I can show you a video of Donald Trump dancing around. Yeah, but that shit is obvious, dude. Come back to me when you have a video that's been vetted and verified. I was like, okay, troll. Funny how I can't find this video being shown anywhere on but right-wing podcaster sites. No one is saying who's the film source or where it was found. Funny how they find a clip that was filmed 11 days ago of a guy no one had heard of until he was killed. And I just said, okay, troll. And then now at CNN, they're posting it. Oh, apparently, you know what I mean? So they're corroborating it. They're verifying it. But then is there anything from him? Oh, well, you know, oh, now you believe CNN? That's what he'll say or something. You know what I mean? So I'm not even gonna go in here and, because that's what I'm saying. I don't think this one's very trolly, but it's you know, it's based on what he believes, I think, you know. So I mean, I think he believes this, but I mean, he's got to know that AI videos are very obvious at this point. Someday, man, they may not be, and that is a little scary. But hopefully they have laws in place to where if you have an AI video, it has to have a watermark or something. But it's just, dude, you are, I don't know. He's got to be trolling. He's trolling a little bit, I think. What do you think? After everything I've read, what do you think? Do you think he's 100% this is what he believes, and or is he trolling a little bit? I think he's adding some troll nation in there. But anyway, that's kind of it. I just wanted to share that. Use up the last of my podcast for this month because it should refresh tomorrow. So it's going to start all over. But yeah, let me know what you think. You can comment or send me an email. If you want me to read your comments on another podcast about it, I will. Send me an email and let me know, or comment, I guess. I don't know. People make fun of me because I'm like, dude, you push the email so much. And I'm like, what do you want from me? I'm a Gen X boomer. That's what I call myself because I'm just very anti-technology. It's useful when it works, but it never works, and it just pisses me off sometimes. But, well, real quick, I'll share a quick story. So, case in point, I went to the gym like a week ago or something, and I'm trying to, actually these headphones, I bring these headphones because I wear like a hoodie, a sleeveless hoodie, because I sweat so much, so it kind of absorbs my sweat, and I wear it on my head, and then I wear my headphones on the outside, and they don't get sweaty as much. And then, so I listen to music while I'm at the gym. Well, it wouldn't connect. and I forgot the device. I did all kinds of stuff. I spent like 15 minutes trying to get it to connect, and it would not work. And I was getting so pissed off. I almost just like, Swah! That's how I get with technology. And I was just going to toss it. But I'm getting better, and I didn't. And my son said the same thing. He's like, man, I thought you went out there and ripped them apart. Because for some reason, like inanimate objects and stuff, technology just angers me beyond belief. And that's the boomer in me. That's why I call myself a Gen X boomer. But I didn't, and I came home and I read up whatever, and I basically did like a reset, and then it works fine. So I'm glad I didn't, because these are Marshall, they're not like top of the line or anything, but they weren't cheap either. And I like them when they work, and they work normally. So for some reason, it just wasn't working that day, so I had to do a little reset. But anyway, yeah, so that's why I call myself a Gen X boomer, because I have a smartphone, I watch YouTube, and I do stuff like that, but other than that, I'm not really huge on technology, never have been. I'm a normie when it comes to technology. Because you have to use it now, right? But anyway, let me know what you think. I appreciate your time. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys next time, and God bless. All right.